Welcome. Last time we took up the first section of Phenomenology, consciousness of an object, and the transition to self-consciousness. Today we will complete our study of B, Phenomenology, and take up self-consciousness, that is, desire, recognizant self-consciousness, and universal self-consciousness, and then reason, and make our transition to spirit and C, psychology. To review briefly, in consciousness of an object, we saw how the object gradually changed into consciousness itself. We advanced via contradiction from sensory consciousness of an immediate this to perception of a thing to intellect and laws, ending with self-consciousness. This happened when we realized that intellect's object, invisible, non-sensory laws, are only universals or thoughts, which have the same nature as our conscious minds. The object has become consciousness or the I itself. Now, self-consciousness covers desire, recognizant self-consciousness, and universal self-consciousness. Self-consciousness is first immediate, an empty I equals I, and needs to be filled. Hence, consciousness of an object still exists alongside self-consciousness. That is, self-consciousness needs consciousness and a real object or other in order to be a true unity of opposites. The goal here is therefore to unite consciousness and self-consciousness, so the self comes to see itself in and as the object. In short, so it has an object which is also a subject, self or consciousness. And this occurs with the mutual recognition of two selves. So, self-consciousness is first immediate and has two objects. One itself as a pure, empty I, and I equals I, and two, the object of consciousness, I equals O, the sense world of appearance. Self-consciousness knows, however, that it alone is one, is the truth, and the independent sense object, too, is not, is nothing. Self-consciousness's goal is simply to realize itself as all reality and to see itself in every object. As Hegel says in paragraph 424, quote, "It is to grasp every object as a member in the system of what I myself am," end quote. So, at first, since self-consciousness and consciousness are separate, self-consciousness is confronted with an object which is other than itself, in which it does not see itself. Thus, self-consciousness is first desire. Its purpose is to negate and destroy the object, to consume it and get the satisfaction of a sense of itself. But the problem is, once an object is destroyed, the desire and a new object and need for satisfaction recurs again and again. Thus, self-consciousness learns that there must be an object or other to continually satisfy itself and obtain its sense of self. It learns that it cannot get rid of the independent object. It is always there. So, to achieve full self-consciousness, it must have an independent other that remains in existence. And this can only be an object that I don't negate, but an object that negates itself. That is, an object that is both an object and a subject or consciousness. That is, another self-consciousness. One that recognizes me and allows me to see only myself in it.